Now, a mole on the top of the nose. Please watch this. So we are from the nose bridge here. We have come to the top of the nose. It speaks of deaths and extreme material loss by tragedy. Inti eja ubos or ne store ashe or na ne car. Tragedy, deaths. A chanwesia, a mole on the nose. And it also signifies confusion in matters of the opposite sex. And it is likely such a person will have a deviant sexual orientation. So we are not going to go into, if I say deviant sexual orientation, I simply mean that man-woman relationship and natural tendencies. Yes. That is what the person is going to be into. And also, it also speaks that you are prone to domestic or non-domestic accidents. You are prone, such a person is prone to domestic and non-domestic accidents. And you might have an accident at home. You might have an accident whilst you are just walking about. And these are not necessarily car accidents. I mean, you could just walk into something and it is just because of a mole on your nose. Now, a mole on the tip of your nose also speaks of bankruptcy. And you will be involved or caught up in a sex scandal. A mole at the tip of your nose, like this. A mark at the tip of your nose, here. Sex scandal. Bankruptcy. Sika obiye di bi ukodi bi pekpa. Wejumem bi bia baby because zero. And you are going to go bankrupt as a result of defamation. Your reputation because of the mole at the tip here. Now, under the nose, on the top of your lips here, you are either going to go childless, you are going to be barren, and if you have children, you will not be living with your children. A mole here, it simply means that you were not made to live with your children. And you may not see your grandchildren. Barren, childlessness, that is what it means.
Now, but if you realize, I was looking for something. When you read the portion on the deviant sexual behavior, I remembered something I came across.
All right.
For something I was learning. Now, there's this guy who said, when this whole issues of sexual orientation, that has become a very global issue, on where people don't want to upfront declare whatever their sexual stance is. Now, he came up with a whole postulate on an artificial intelligence that could tell
that such a person
is, and then the main feature of what he's talking about is an identification on the nose, not this detail, but he spoke about it. So I was just trying to get the article to read through it.
So you could let people go and read it.
Yes, Daddy.
What is the reference?
It's a Guardian article, actually. I was just trying to say, so I've seen the guy, he's what's his name? It's an article by Paul Lewis on The Guardian. Papa, we could put it up there.
Yes, we could just put it up there later. Yes. So now, I've spoken about this one. And you will be childless, barren, or if you have children, you will not be living with them. You will travel and leave your children behind with another to take care of. And you are not going to see your grandchildren. Or you will not live with your grandchildren. You won't live to see them. Then now, we come to just above. Let's go back. Let's go back. Down. I'm left with one more. Let's go back. Just above the nose, close to the cheekbone. So we're looking at here. Above the nose, this is your nose. Above it, close to the cheekbone. It simply means severe illness. And this illness, you're going to have chest condition, lung condition, or spinal problem, or waist problem. And can you imagine? Just this Sunday, I was with Pastor David, and then a young man just walked into to see me on one-on-one VIP. Just when he walked in, I just saw him. I said, Pastor David, look at this young man. See what they have done to him. He said, what? I said, this young man is having spinal problem. This young man is having chest condition. And this young man is having waist problem. He said, man of God, is true.
All that by the
all
back.
Of that. And you know what? I said, do you know how this happened? He said, how? I said, it is because they placed a mark here and here on you. And who did that? He said when he was young, he used to have, how do we call it, convulsions.
So
and they took him to somewhere to see somebody, and the person placed those marks there. And I said that the person did well, but the person should have, if the person had known and had placed those marks on your cheeks, you would have been rich. Rich. I mean, rich. And that same thing would have stopped the convulsion. And he was shocked. And I gave the direction. Watch this. I gave the directions he should go and do. And he was shocked. And I said, why? He said, I met a prophet who also spoke to me about the fact that the marks that have been placed on my cheekbones is what is affecting my health. And he gave me directions to go and do. But the directions he gave me, what you gave me, the very thing you told me to go and do is the very same thing by way of substance. But you went deeper than what he said. I said, it's the same spirit. Can you imagine? And in the whole of the universe, let me just do this one quickly and then we'll go on. In the whole of the universe, there is a particular, hear me very well, a particular animal used to handle all birthmark problems, because it is that animal that has the greatest birthmark.